Alright then, hello everyone, this is Team Torchwood, and welcome to my top 10 listing of the most underrated Doctor Who stories. This is my personal opinion as usual, so please respect my opinion and I'll respect yours. So let's just get straight into it. So at number 10, this should be in everybody's underrated Doctor Who stories, and it should stop being underrated really, to be honest. It is The Ambassadors of Death, a truly underrated John Pertwee story. It's really annoying because it is a really good story and the fight scenes in it are really well choreographed and everything. It's just a really good story, and it breaks my heart to see that people just prefer other stories to this, and people just overlook this one sometimes, and it's just really annoying actually. It's really irritating. I mean, no, it's not my favourite John Pertwee story, but it is one which I favour a lot. I do really enjoy the story, and it really sucks to see that how underrated it is, you know. And anyway, that's The Ambassadors of Death, number 10. Right, moving on to number 9, we have another John Pertwee underrated story, and it's Death to the Daleks. From what I've seen around, I haven't heard many people praising this story. Actually, I haven't really heard anybody praising this, especially. You know, I don't see it on top 10s, and I think this is the best John Pertwee Dalek story personally. And I think it's annoying when you see people saying that Planet of the Daleks is better than this, and I think no, I don't think so. I think Death to the Daleks is really good, very underrated, extremely underrated. So there's Death to the Daleks at number 9. At the number 8 spot, I guess you could call this one a guilty pleasure if you hate this one, but I don't know why people hate it. This is going to be The Next Doctor. Personally, you'd be surprised, this is my favourite Christmas episode. You might be surprised, but I really love this one. I don't know why, but I just do. I mean, it might be David Morrissey being in it, he's just brilliant. Or it might be the Cybermen, because I'm a fan of the Cybermen in this story. I really think they're not bad at all, in comparison to how they were, you know, ruined in the new series. I think this is a real comeback of the new series Cybermen. I think I really like this story, and there's so many good aspects which people overlook and think, oh no, this is just you know, it's just this one Cyberman Christmas special which people just ignore. You know, it shouldn't be. It's a really good one. I enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with it personally. So yeah, there's number 8, The Next Doctor. At the number 7th spot, we have 42, another David Tennant story, and it is the episode when they're on a base and it's drifting towards the sun. There's a little picture of it there. I mean, even on the DVD cover, they don't show much of it. It's so underrated. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, to be honest, yeah, it's just really good, and it's really creepy, and the monsters in this story, I don't even know what they're called, but you know, it's basically people just like turn into like, I don't know. It's just that voice, "Burn with me," just really creeps me out. You know, it's just a brilliant idea for a villain, and I just really like this story, and it's so overlooked. It's just, it's really good. I always like to watch that one, and it's so annoying that it's just not appreciated. Now, the next one, moving into the number 6 spot, we have a 2-part story from Peter Capaldi's era, and it is Under the Lake and Before the Flood. Another brilliant story. You can see a picture of it there, and then yeah, you can see, yeah. So I really like the story Under the Lake and Before the Flood, because this is a story, I watched it not too long ago, and for some reason because the New Who, so there are some episodes which make me think, is this really Doctor Who anymore? And that makes me think about that. Like, is this really Doctor Who when you have like all this weird new stuff, and Doctor Who's trying to make the show like more like other shows, and not be itself, you know? And then I watched this two-parter, Under the Lake and Before the Flood, a base under siege with mystery, with with the ghosts that are not ghosts, and then the base under siege and the amazing cliffhanger personally, and then the timey-wimey aspect to it. I think this is Doctor Who. This is Doctor Who at its finest. I think that two-part is brilliant. Bloody brilliant. I love that two-part. I can always watch that, and it's just so good. It's just Doctor Who. It's what Doctor Who is. It's a brilliant. That's all I can really say about it, really. It's brilliant. Right, moving on to the 5th spot, we have a William Hartnell story, and it is The Space Museum. Another extremely underrated story. And this reached the honourable mentions in my top 10 favourite Doctor Who stories of the classic series. And this story, I don't know why I like it, but I just do. I can't explain why I like it, but I like the idea of it, and I don't know how to explain how I like it, but I really do for some reason. I can always stick this on, and I can always watch this, whatever mood I'm in. It's just a brilliant story. I don't know why, but I just really do like it. At the number 4th spot, we have a Matt Smith episode, and it is The God Complex, as you can see there. Yeah, that one. And the story is actually really good, and it is a really creepy one, you know, with them going to a hotel, which is not a hotel, and they have their own rooms for each person, holding their darkest and deepest and dingiest fears of all time. For each person there's a door for everyone, you know. That thought that your worst nightmare lives in that hotel is a really creepy feeling, and I don't know why, but I think this is a really good idea for a story, and it's really overlooked actually, considering series 6 of the new series isn't very favoured to fans because of the whole the Doctor dying, and the River Song reveal isn't really favoured, and it's quite bad in my opinion. Lots of other fans don't like it, and they seem to forget that there are still some good stories in that series, you know. So I definitely love the God Complex. It's a brilliant one. Now, moving into the honourable mentions, we have a 10th Doctor story from Series 2, and it is Rise of the Cybermen and the Age of Steel. Now, this story is basically built from nostalgia, to be honest. It's really only nostalgia which I love this story for, to be honest, because there are flaws with it, and it's the thing, and I have my own opinion about the new series Cybermen and the stomping and everything, but I really enjoy it. I like it. I mean, the resolution to the cliffhanger between episodes 1 and 2 is very far-fetched and very sudden, and there are a lot of other flaws with it, but I enjoy it for some reason, and that's why it's an honourable mention, to be honest. The second honourable mention is a story called The Girl Who Waited, another Series 6 story which people overlook because of you know, the series' reputation, you know. And The Girl Who Waited is a brilliant one. You can see it right. It's the one where Amy, you know, is stuck in a faster time stream, and she grows older, and Rory has to save her and everything. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea, and it's a really brilliant character piece and everything. Great, brilliant. I really like that one. And the final honourable mention is from the same disc as Rise of the Cybermen Age of Steel. It's The Idiot's Lantern. This story also, the Idiot's Lantern being, you know, it isn't even on the back. Oh wait, here it is. It's that one. So it's another one of those nostalgia-based like stories that I love, you know, and it's the, I know people find the woman in the telly going hungry is, people say that she's really annoying, but I think it's kind of creepy, to be honest, that she steals people's faces and everything. I don't think it's really stupid. I think it's really creepy, to be honest. I don't know why people don't like. I don't know why people find her annoying. I really like her. I mean, I like the idea, the creepiness of it. I mean, I think it's really good. So yeah, that's all the honourable mentions I have. So we'll move into number 3, back onto the top 10 list. We have the Moonbase, so overshadowed by Tomb of the Cybermen. It's ridiculous because this story is a brilliant. It's literally the definitive Base Under Siege story for Doctor Who. It is if you're looking for a Base Under Siege story, look no further than the Moonbase. This story is brilliant, and it's so underrated, and people go, oh, I'm looking for a nice 4-part 60s Cyberman story, and they'd go, oh, definitely, you should go for 10th Planet, you should go for Tomb of the Cybermen. No, go for the Moonbase. It's brilliant. Moonbase is brilliant. I mean, I've got nothing against Tomb and 10th Planet, but they do really take all the limelight for the 4-part Cybermen stories, you know? It's really annoying, actually. Really irritating. But yeah, there's the Moonbase at number 3 of the underrated stories. Moving into number 2 is another nostalgic story for me. It is a Tom Baker story, and it is the Sontaran Experiment. This one is the best classic 2-parter in existence by far, I believe. Obviously the disc is signed by Donald Douglas. But this story is phenomenal. In my childhood, I can remember from first watching it. I can remember the sword fight between the Doctor and Steyr. It's brilliant, and I remember where Sarah Jane is taken captive by the Sontaran, and the Sontaran takes off his helmet and walks down to Sarah and that other bloke. I just love that story. I mean, yeah, there are flaws with it, and you know, like Harry Sullivan just climbs all over rocks and everything, but I don't care. I really honestly don't care about that. I just love this story. It's quick. You can literally stick it on and it doesn't take up too much time out of your day, and you can just watch it and enjoy it. There's really nothing wrong with it. Seriously, I recommend this one, and it's so underrated because it's in between Ark in Space and Genesis of the Daleks mostly. Anyway, so at the number 1 spot, it's another Matt Smith story. It's from season 7, and it is A Town Called Mercy. Now this one is so underrated. It is so forgotten in the mass of bad episodes in Series 7. People hate Series 7 as well as Series 6. And people forget that there are good episodes in Series 7. Oh, it's ridiculous. A Town Called Mercy's got nothing wrong with it. I mean, maybe it's because people don't like westerns these days, but I'm not the biggest fan of westerns, and yet I love this story. The gunslinger, it's a brilliant idea, to be honest. I love the idea of Dr. Jex just literally just dragging the Doctor over the line, just making the 11th Doctor angry, and just, oh, it's brilliant. I really love this story so much, and oh, the idea of the Carla, the race, the Carla, and the gunslinger and everything. The idea of it is brilliant. Like a war hero, like Carla Jex is a war hero, and the gunslinger's hunting him down and killing him because of reasons. It's just a brilliant episode, and it's so overlooked. It's ridiculous. Oh, it pains me to. It really hurts to see that this one is so underrated. People don't appreciate this story. It's brilliant. So, yeah, that really does it for the top 10 underrated stories. Here are the top 3, I guess. I'll leave them like that. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this top 10 video. If you agree with any of my points, well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. I appreciate you. If you don't, actually, yeah, if you don't, let me know why. Let me know why you think these stories shouldn't be cared about, and post them in the comments. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, not much else to say. I mean, post your top 10s of underrated stories in the comments. I'd like to see what you guys have, what your opinions are of the top 10 underrated stories. And without any further ado, that really concludes this top 10 video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.